Welcome to Auburn High School. I'm Megan Waters.
And I'm Savian Mahone. And you're watching AHS Now. The 2014-2015 school year at Auburn High School has ended, but so many exciting events have occurred at our school.
That's right, Savian, and our reporters are here to give you the 411 on what went down at Auburn High School.
To kick things off, let's take it to Mary Claire and Josh reporting on Teacher of the Year.
I'm Josh McGoddisman.
And I'm Mary Claire Breland, and we're here in the 500 building where some of our art and science classes take place.
But today we're highlighting Colonel John Seegers, who is not only the JROTC teacher, but the 2014 through 15 Teacher of the Year.
Let's go to his classroom and check it out.
John Seegers has been teaching JROTC at Auburn High School for 4.5 years. Prior to that, he was the professor of military science at Auburn University. Outside of teaching at Auburn High School, he was the chairman of the Auburn Veterans Committee, a member of the Military Officers Association of America. John Seegers won Teacher of the Year for the 2014-2015 school year.
I think Corner Seegers won Teacher of the Year because he's a very strong-minded person. He's very helpful, and he does everything to his ability to help everyone and make sure everyone is successful in every way.
So many great teachers at this school, so anytime you get an honor like that, it's just a huge surprise. Of course, I feel like I owe them more and more every day now. They took the time to select me out of some highly qualified people around here. And so you want to come to work now, and you just want to do more to keep up that standard. I think all teachers are deserving of this award. It's a tough process to select one because we just got so many great teachers on this campus, and we don't even realize how fortunate we are to have the quality of teachers that we have at Auburn High School.
That's it for the 500 building.
Now let's go to the new gym with Charlie and Ellie.
Here with Charlie Sanders, and we're in the new gym where basketball, football, and volleyball and other Auburn High School sports practice and sometimes play.
But now we're here to tell you about how Auburn High School has developed some awesome pep rallies. For example, this year we had our first Blacklight pep rally. Let's take a look.
A committee of Auburn High faculty began meeting at the beginning of the 2014-2015 school year to discuss how to make school pep rallies more entertaining and engaging. The ideas didn't stop at pep rallies. Bonfires, festivals, and special themed pep rallies like Halloween all came up after the introduction of a Blacklight pep rally, which we were able to experience this year.
I enjoyed performing the Blacklight pep rally. It was a cool experience, and I feel like the atmosphere was good, and most people seemed to enjoy our show that we did. We did the dance in the pep rally. It was a cool opportunity to be invited into doing something.
Being a cheerleader at pep rallies is really fun and enjoyable because you get to get the students pumped up and the football players pumped up for the game. I think pep rallies are really beneficial to our school because it gets the student body involved and it gets the football players hyped for the game.
I love pep rallies because all the music plays and our boys. The atmosphere, being a football player, fun seeing all the fans react to you, cheer you on. It's real cool, you get real loud. So
it gets everybody involved, and it really helps the team kind of get pumped up, get focused for the game, and it's just a fun way to spend your Friday before the game.
I always feel so pumped with pep rallies.
Because they're just super fun, and you get to make a lot of memories with your friends, and you get it out of class, so that's a plus.
Yes.
That's it for pep rallies in the new gym.
Now let's go to Tyler and Lexi in the 800 building.
I'm Tyler Raven here with Lexi Beasley.
reporting in the upstairs 800 building, where most of our history and English classes take place.
But we're here highlighting our newest club at Auburn High School, Stand Club, led by Miss Yeager. Stand Club is an anti-bullying club created by 2 of our fellow students.
Let's find out more from our club representatives, Haley Keeler and Brittany Peacock.
Stand Club is an anti-bullying club started in the 2014-2015 school year by 2 juniors, Haley Keeler and Brittany Peacock. Stand is focused on individually helping students who have experienced or witnessed bullying, a lot like the founders themselves.
My name is Haley Keeler, and I am a victim of bullying. Partially why I wanted to start Stand was I was bullied my 8th and 9th grade year, and it was a really difficult time for me, and I really had friends to reach out to, and there wasn't really a way to stop it. We tried some things, I got pulled out of class, but that just doesn't stop the problem. And growing from my experience from being bullied and being able to understand what happened to me, Brittany and I got together and we talked about starting an organization, which became Stand, an anti-bullying club.
The reason that I wanted to help Haley start Stand is because, growing up I saw bullying happen. I was bullied a little bit too, but I was strong enough to be able to just say, I'm not going to let that get to me. A couple years ago, my little sister started going to school. When she started 1st grade, she started getting bullied, just for her weight, just for the way she looked, for many different reasons. And she actually came up to me one day after school and said that she didn't know what she did. She didn't know what was wrong with her and why these people were bullying her, and didn't know what she had done wrong to cause it. And that's when I realized that by the time she gets to high school, I don't want her to deal with that. I want Auburn High School to be different.
Bullying is such a significant problem in all high schools. We are not special in that sense. It's an equal opportunity offender. And when I talked to them, I realized that we did not have any club that was specifically formed for that purpose. So when they talked to me about it, told me about their mission, told me about what their plans were, I thought, fabulous. I'd love to get on board. No one should be bullied. I'm all about the importance of your words and speech creating actions and the positiveness of that speech. I've seen it in my classrooms. I have a daughter, and I can't even imagine how much worse it is now with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and subtweets. It would be so easy to be a bully, and the only way to change it is one person having the courage to stand up and say, that's not okay, and then another person and another person. It is that slow, methodical belief that what you're doing is the right thing and that you very well could save a life that will change the environment of high schools.
Stand Club had their first campaign on December 3rd, 2014, the Sticky Note Challenge. It involved everyone at Auburn High giving and receiving sticky notes with nothing but kind words.
We noticed that there was a sense of negativity in the air or in the hallways. And so by doing the Sticky Note Challenge, we thought we'd be able to bring a sense of positivity and something new and something great here.
The Sticky Note Challenge was so much hard work, but it was so worth it.
And the outcome of it was great. I went on social media that afternoon and I've never seen so many positive things.
The Stand Club is the voice for the silent by building leaders out of students and giving everyone a safe haven.
That's it for Stand Club.
Let's go see what's going on in the 200 building with Alex and Ashton.
Hey, I'm Alex Teague. And I'm Ashton Teague. And we're here in the 200 building where there's the English department, the counseling suite, and even driver's ed. We're going to take you to Miss Shipman's yearbook class to tell you about Auburn High School's very first chronological yearbook. Let's take a look.
The AHS Yearbook and Tiger TV are for the first time in high school history collaborating through a chronological yearbook that will feature music and videos for every spread.
Well, with the chronological yearbook, since we're covering what happens week by week instead of by topic, the This Week Wrap-Up will be a QR code that anyone can scan with their cell phones in the bottom left-hand corner of every page that's a weekly spread. And so if you can look on the spread and see what happened that week, and you can also click on the link to see the video of that week wrap-up from Tiger TV.
During Tiger TV Season 15 and 16, senior Aaron Sheely and senior Matthew Wright created a weekly wrap-up for every school week, and now their videos are coming together with the yearbook. At the bottom of each spread of this year's yearbook, there will be a QR code so anyone can whip out their phone to watch the music video that depicts the events that are covered in the yearbook for that week's spread.
I love the That Week wrap-up series on Tiger TV. Right now, it's obviously when people see it on Tiger TV, it just happened, so it's fresh in their mind. But later on, I think it'll be really fun for students to be able to click on that QR code link on the page and be able to pop up that video on their cell phones whenever they want to.
I like the chronological template because it gets more of the students featured in the yearbook, and you have more room to put pictures of your friends. It's more effective because you get more work done and you're able to feature more events, bigger pages for prom and homecoming and sports events. The students will like it better because there's more pictures from social media and stuff, so you'll have better pictures in there and you'll see yourself more in the yearbook too.
Thanks for joining us in the 200 building. Now let's go to Austin and Shelby in the auditorium.
I'm Austin here with Shelby Anderson. We're here in the auditorium where band, theater, and show choir performs.
This year's spring production was Sound of Music. This production was a collaboration of all fine arts classes and students from other schools.
Let's go take a look.
Mrs. Mock and the Sound of Music cast, including theater students and elementary school students, have started rehearsing after school for the musical. Theater production, the orchestra, and choral students have been a big help in the production of The Sound of Music this year.
Hi guys, and of The Sound of Music for this spring. It involves a ton of students, and it involves our 3 departments here in the Performing Arts Department. So it's the one time here at Auburn High School where all 3 of our departments come together to put on a spectacular musical.
The interesting thing about the play is we're trying, he and I especially, with Miss Mock and a lot of the people are trying to put as much historical realism into the play, with the props themselves, and when we get into costumes and stuff, it's going to go on to makeup and hair stuff, so it's going to be cool.
This musical is really bringing everyone together from choir and theater and the band being in the orchestra, and it's just really helped me to really meet new people that I haven't met before, and it's really exciting.
I wanted to be in the play because it's a good experience for me, and acting's really my passion, so I'm excited to be in it. And it's interesting getting to work with other actors and seeing how somebody else is taking on the same character. We learn a lot from each other. It's really fun.
Thanks for joining us in the auditorium.
Now let's go to the front office with Walker and Brendan.
Hi, I'm Walker Davidson.
And I'm Brennan White, and we're here in front of Auburn High School to give you a sneak peek of the new high school that will be built and open in 2017.
Let's go talk to Dr. Primato for more information.
I'm excited to talk to you all a little bit about our new high school design. We've been working since really this summer and before I arrived at the high school designing the new high school facility that will be groundbreaking this summer and opening in the fall of 17. The design of the school is going to be a very 21st century type learning environment for our students, and hopefully will be a place that the students will get excited about coming to and being able to be a part of. One of the new and unique features I think that will be new to our current staff and students is that we're developing spaces that are going to be more collaborative in nature. What I mean by that is that teachers may not necessarily have their very own classroom that they will live in all day long, but we'll create spaces that teachers that are teaching English, for instance, will go into an English classroom, and teachers will then have collaborative space that they will be able to work in, that will be in teacher planning rooms that will kind of be an office space that they'll be able to do their planning and grading and work like that, while teachers might be using the room that they might have just come out of for teaching in. Some of the new features I think that students might get excited about is there will be some areas of the school that will be project space. We've visited some schools where kids are, up and down the hall writing on
glass windows and walls and things that they can kind of brainstorm some ideas for projects that they're working on. So I think that will help students be able to feel more a part and kind of own their learning a little bit more. The other ideas that we hope that we can create additional and stronger collaborative efforts among maybe our history and English teachers working together on projects, that when you can make those connections for the students, it makes what they're learning hopefully more relevant to. The Media Center, I think, is really exciting. When you come into the main entrance of the school, there's a very large kind of lobby area that students will do check-in and kind of an information counter, but you will go straight, if you just walk straight ahead, you would walk into the Media Center, which will really be kind of the hub of the school. And if you kept going straight through the Media Center, you would be right out into the quad of the school, which is that open green space. And so just lots to get excited about with our what we're going to offer.
The land around the high school is commercially zoned for restaurants and stores. There will still be no off-campus lunch, but new lunch options are being explored. Traffic patterns have been studied to minimize traffic issues. There will be 3 entrances to the new high school, one for students, one for buses, and one for student drop-off and pickups. There will be more parking, but it is not guaranteed for everyone. There is a possibility of sharing parking with surrounding businesses. Guards and gates around parking lots will prevent skipping.
I think the new high school is really exciting. There's a lot of new things that will be added that will just make a lot of people happy, especially new parking and a lot of spaces for people, so that's very exciting.
All right, the new high school, I think it's certainly needed. And I've seen the plans. I've been in on the planning a little bit, and I'm really not surprised, but I'm very happy with what the new buildings look like, what the new campus looks like. What I saw from a junior RTC perspective is that our classroom space is going to be certainly adequate for what we need to do. I was most concerned about our storage space, and it looks like we've got plenty of storage space. And it also looks like we've got the common areas that we need to share with other organizations to do some of the things that we do outside of the classroom. So all in all, I think it's great, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I think it would be easier because right now, I've already heard that the high school's overflowing parking spots, and I mean everybody wants to drive their car to school if they have one. During high school, nobody wants to ride the bus if they can drive. So, I mean, for someone that has been riding the bus, I think it'd be a lot better to have more parking spots because then everybody will get as much space they can, and you'll be able to drive to school as you need.
I think we are all really excited about the new facility. Of course, it's great that we're getting a much bigger property. It's great that the kids are going to have a lot more space. It's going to be easier for them to move around. I think all the teachers have a couple concerns, especially those of us who know we'll probably be floating with some shared office space. There's things we want to know, we want to make sure we have enough storage, we want to ensure we have enough privacy that we can get our jobs done like we need to during our planning periods. And I think we also really just want to make sure that everything is being designed in such a way that it's best for the children. We don't want to have to totally alter our teaching styles to fit the facility. Instead, we want to make sure the facility works for what's best for the kids. So I'm sure this is something the designers are thinking about and looking at, and so we're just excited to see what it's going to look like. Can't wait to see the plans.
Thanks for joining us on our tour around Auburn High School.
Now back to the news desk with Sadie and Megan.
Thanks for tuning in for our final production of Season 9's cast of AHS Now.
AHS Now will be back in the fall with new information from Auburn High School. But for now, this is and always will be
AHS Now.
Megan, what did she just say?
So I'm a diva.
She's a diva, that's
Are you recording me?
Yes!
Send us a question by entering in the
Oh my god!
While driving, only 3 people in the car. These are also...
I said recording. I said recording.
Auburn High School.
Talking about rooms they were staying in and
Why are teachers being so sketchy all of a sudden?
Laurel! Ashton! You see the turn of stone! Oh, Lord!
Vacation. Do I look okay?
Oh!
They will regret it. Past, present, and future.
Or not.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
If only one hamburger.